How are you lactose? You don't enjoy ice cream?
Actually, it's pretty awesome.
Welcome back to Just Your Average Podcast. I'm eating a pizza sandwich and we're talking about lactose intolerant. I got a pizza to you.
No, I'm just, you don't want it to be like, you want the ratios to work. I hate chocolate, I hate ice cream, I hate candy, I hate cake, I hate frosting, I hate pie. I don't like potatoes.
I do not like pie.
Pie's awesome.
There's so many different types of pie.
What I figured out is I don't like sugar or starch. So anything with those two in it, I don't like bread. I don't know.
That's understandable. Bread's not that great.
I don't know how to, but bread's it's bread. Everyone likes bread. I don't like the taste. I don't like the texture.
No, I like different types of bread. I like cinnamon raisin bread.
Too much sugar.
I like white bread, wheat bread, rye bread, honey bread.
But he doesn't like sourdough because he's a
noticed you haven't said black bread.
No, it's brown bread.
Damn it. I was going for a ratio.
Oh, I know you are. But
Let me have these.
I said wheat.
What? Wheat because they picked.
So how was your guys' Halloween? Did you do anything or just sit at home and...
I got to work. Sorry.
I played trivia.
Yeah, and you didn't come in?
We were... You don't understand. The place I play trivia with, the food sucks, the wait staff sucks, but there's like 10 teams that have shown up every week for like the past 2 years. We all know each other by a first name basis, and it's fucking brutal. It's like intense. Like, and we all harass each other, like when, if everyone gets a question wrong except for one team, they stand up and, you suck! It's like the best.
That's hot.
It's so much fun.
See, it makes me want to go play with you.
So when we won 2 games in a row, everyone was like, oh shit, Chris and the Deadweights are on fire right now. That's my trivia team, Chris and the Deadweights. So everyone was like, shit, Chris and the Deadweights are on fire. We gotta fucking, knuckle up and beat them. And then the guy, AC, who runs it, knew. And so he made everything like sports and new music. And it was like, I don't know anything about sports. I don't know anything about music past the 90s.
Isn't your dad a sports guy, though?
But it was hockey and basketball.
The best sports that exist.
No, baseball.
No, hockey, yes, but basketball
Sucking dick.
sucks.
Baseball's the best.
Sports are sports.
Esports.
Esports, bro. Counter-Strike.
Yay!
Did you hear Shroud went to Mixer?
Dude, Fortnite's going to be in the Olympics.
If it's in the Olympics, I'm just not. It's no.
Humanity is lost.
Yeah.
The earth.
I'm sorry. The only reason people are good at video games, especially at such a young age, is because their neurons haven't completely died yet. As soon as you hit 30 years old, your neurons just stop.
If you're playing in the Olympics, you're gonna make way less money than you would make just playing a shitty tournament.
Yeah, well, no.
Sponsorships.
Yeah, sponsorships is where it's at. Dude, fucking
Michael Phelps.
Dude, Alienware sucks balls, yet they sponsor a lot of major sports teams, and all those kids are like, no, Alienware's good, we promise. And it's like, no.
It's like, what's an Alienware again?
Oh, your PC lights up? Does that help?
It's pretty.
No? It's pretty?
Makes them feel better.
It's like mine.
I'm pretty sure Alienware's... It's either Alienware or Acer. Someone came up with a laptop that has a screen here and then a screen in front of your keyboard.
That was Alienware, I think.
And
it's not Alienware. I forget who it is, but... It's actually not a bad idea.
It sounds so stupid, though. Because what would you put on the little screen?
So when you're looking at typing stuff, you can see the words.
No, so the bigger thing is that, especially
how do you use computers?
The people that are like this.
Especially in my case. So, if I'm editing a video,
yeah,
I can have the video up here, and then down here I can have all of my timelines and
Agreed.
all of my audio work.
But just buy a PC and have dual monitor. You know what I mean? Like, buying a laptop...
Well, no, because the laptop affords the ability to take it wherever the fuck you want. Whereas, you see my thing.
True, yeah.
This is a mini ATX. Even if I make a micro ITX, the thing is still going to be this big, and I have to lug it around and a screen.
It's just... It's a laptop, though. You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
You can't
I'm not saying it's a perfect thing, but...
I guess. But they're selling it for, gaming. To have, dual screen monitor for gaming. And it's like... I played StarCraft on a laptop for years. I even played with the trackpad. You know?
He played like a real man.
I got good. And it's like, what would I do with a... it's a gaming PC. Here's a monitor that's going to eat up processes and stuff. And it's just going to be this light at the bottom of the screen that I know when I'm I'm going to be just looking at it.
At that point, it's kind of... You could use it like the DS. If you're not playing StarCraft, but you're playing a different game that allows you to have the HUD down here... And up here, there's no HUD, there's nothing obstructing your view.
Counter-Strike or COD or something, if you can get the HUD on the other monitor.
Those would be awesome.
Yeah.
or like Breath of the Wild. Like the fact that like with Breath of the Wild, you can take everything off the screen is by far the best thing in my opinion.
What other game did that? Hell Let Loose does that.
Yep.
Where you can have like nothing on the screen and it's just like a World War II sim and it's awesome.
Yeah, those are good.
I love that shit.
And before we go any farther, because I need to ask someone else to like break between me and Chad, is it crazy to leave your door unlocked and then have an issue when someone breaks into your house?
No, because you're victim shaming straight up, dude. I mean, my mom, and I'm going off what my mom said, she was taking a shower one time and someone broke into her house in a door that they always have locked, but this one time it wasn't. And this person broke into the house while my mom was naked in the shower and robbed them of jewelry and stuff like that. And it's like, that's fucking terrifying. So making the blanket
statement.
Yeah, that having your doors unlocked, it's your fault. That's like telling a woman who got raped, well, it's your fault for wearing that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that.
Are you trying to say that rape is okay just because they're wearing skimpy outfits?
I think that's where he's going.
I think that's where he's going.
It's your fault for unlocking the door.
What I'm getting
You shouldn't have gone in that neighborhood. You know who lives there.
That kid shouldn't have been walking down the street by himself.
I know, man.
You're a terrible human. Both of you are. No, because at least for me, if you're willing to leave your door unlocked, you are knowingly taking that calculated risk that something may happen.
Again, yeah, but why the fuck are you breaking into people's houses?
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying that like
breaking into houses. Don't break into houses
because people are fucking terrible, and that's why we have locks on doors. So after you gotta, I'm not saying blame her, but I'm saying like she at least needs like 30% of like
Florida, right? I'm assuming it happened in Florida.
No, it was Utah.
Oh.
Utah or Oregon. It was one of the two. It was the middle of the country where, like...
I assumed Florida, because, like, who else would break into your house and start bathing your kid other than Florida person?
Fucking no!
But still, like, that's like breaking and entering, molestation, child endangerment. Like, it's all these things. It's like, dude, you can't say...
Like, what drugs do you think she was
on? If the person was like, oh, the door's locked, I guess I'll go away. No, they're gonna get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's...
I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's a deterrent, but it's not
Chris
a be-all
ninja in your house without you knowing.
Dude.
Huh?
We could ninja.
Chad has the experience. I have the gumption. We could do it. We could totally do it.
So when I said there's a bell on my door, I literally mean like on the other side of the door.
Who says we're going in your door? I'm small.
Because you're gonna climb up to the second floor of my apartment. All right, well.
You don't know how good I am at climbing.
I welcome it.
I got the fragility. Fat agility.
Okay, I was gonna say fragility is not the word you're looking for, my friend. No, I used to climb trees 80 feet high, fall out of them, didn't break a bone.
Yeah, bodies and dirt.
Like 10.
Yeah, now your bones are set.
Yeah.
I like to think we damaged ourselves so much and never broke a bone that we just got stronger.
We're not Saiyans.
It's not going to work like
happens,
that.
Though.
I'm a Terminator. I'm that chick in the new Terminator movie, which sucks.
No, I'll say this before I forget.
Have you seen it or no?
No, I don't want to see it.
When me and Riley were trick-or-treating, I went as...
Lumberjack Jason.
Lumberjack Jason. Yo, many friggin' doors I went up to, they're like, this costume's really scary. You shouldn't be wearing this.
Now, Yomini or you
pathetic.
know how many?
Both.
You said Yomini.
It's Chad.
Why you mad?
Why you mad? Shakir.
No, but it was just funny. Like, it's not even that, like, I painted the mask to make it look a little more gruesome.
It looked good.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
That's
what
about what county canceled Halloween because it was raining? Did you guys go trick or treating in the rain?
It wasn't even raining. It was like sprinkling.
I know exactly. I would trick or treat in the rain, and I don't remember doing it, so it must have not been an issue. You know, so
unless you got face paint on, and in that case,
especially
you're just a bitch.
The other night, it was warm out, so it would have been nice.
And these
it wasn't warm. It was like
it was warm.
It was warm for October.
Dude, I took the mask off, and my beard and everything was soaked.
Well, that's because you don't bathe.
Well, I bathe every day.
Bathe what though?
Everything.
Just his hand right in between his ass cheeks.
Yeah, that sounded a lot. Credit cards and stuff.
And that's $20 for giving myself a handy.
Chris just gets the whole. Well, you just get the whole loofah.
I get the whole fist up there. Pull whatever's out.
Just puts the loofah up, spins it.
No, dude. Look, you take your hand like this, right? And you get it in the hole. You grab what's there, you pull it out, and you're clean.
Yeah, then you just push it down the drain.
Down the drain.
That's how Chris poops.
No, when I poop, it's a mad dash to the toilet, throw the pants off, and just explode like a fire hose.
Want a piece of pizza?
Clusterfuck.
I have shit my pants so many times in recent history.
I've shit my pants once in my life. I can admit that.
We could spend a whole we could spend whole podcast talking about shit my pants stories. Because I have like 4 really good ones.
Dude, 75 is coming up quick.
And here's the thing, all 4 happened in the last 2 years.
That's 2 shits a year. What?
No,
I don't think his daughter.
Those are the 4 good ones, though. There's been like, and it's not like
shats.
It's not like I'm one of those, and this is a medical condition I learned about. I'm one of those people that's body doesn't tell them they have to go to the bathroom until the very last second.
That's awesome.
Then it's like, oh my god, and then I just gotta go. How many times on the pier where I'm like, hey, I gotta run, and then it's just peace, and I gotta sprint to my car.
It's like that day I thought you quit.
I literally, while I'm driving to the bathroom, I'm undoing my belt, and I'm getting ready.
Cop pulls you over, and he's like, so why are you undoing your belt? And it's like, not Chris, to jerk off, I gotta shit.
You see Chris is running the bathroom, his pants at his ankles.
I've done that. And then here's the best part, is I throw up the seat, and I turn around, and as I'm going down, I'm spraying shit all over the back of the toilet, so it sprays back all over my back, and all over the walls and shit. And then I'm like, no! I wonder if you're like actually a 6-month-old child who's just like pooped in a diaper, and it goes right up your back.
My daughter has better bowel control than Chris.
I've been drinking every day since I was 14, so this is a cautionary tale. Don't be a flaming alcoholic. It really ruins your digestive system.
Or do, and bring great stories to the table. I'm not going to argue.
I don't pee myself. I shit myself
Good.
a lot.
It would be worse if you pissed yourself.
Yeah, because that's just like, dude, you can just whip your dick out and go wherever you are, you know? Like, shitting is like, it's a whole thing.
I was getting for the day I just see you in the, like, buy like a car, just like shitting all over it.
No, it's not. Did I tell you about the time? All right.
Well, now you have to.
Story time. So the first time I shit myself at work, I was walking cars with my older brother and this old drunk guy, Barry. And it's like the last 100 cars, and I'm like, guys, I gotta shit. My brother's like, oh, tough it out, pussy, because he knows, and I think he was honestly trying to fuck me over. So we finished the 100 cars, I'm like, all right, I'm going. So I get in my car, and I'm doing all the motions, and I get to where the bathroom is, and where the bathroom is, it's a staircase into a building. So
walking stairs when you have to take a shit is the worst.
Here's the thing.
Loosen your butt.
I put my first foot on the step and I start shitting. And I'm like, okay, I shit my pants, but it's still in the underwear. This is okay. So from the first step, I propel myself up to the 4th step. And I'm just doing that. And every single time my foot hits the ground, I shit a little more. And I'm like, okay, it's just in the underwear. I can throw the underwear out. And then I put my hand on the handle and I pull it and it's locked. And I'm like, fuck, and I'm still shitting, and it's like watery, gross, whiskey, bright orange, boiling, like burning the back of my legs, diarrhea. Yeah, so I run over to the women's room. It's locked. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm just, at this point, like, all hope is lost, and my bowels are just, I'm just shitting. I'm like just shitting. So I jump over the railing, land on the ground, just shit falls out of my pants. I run to the side of the building. I throw my pants down and I just spray on the wall. And the NORAD guys are just watching me. And I'm like, go away! Don't look at me! And I'm shitting all over the walls. And it's all over my pants. I'm like, what do I do? So I waddle over to my car and I grab a t-shirt and I wipe the back of my legs. And I throw that t-shirt on the ground and I sit in my car like this, you know, so my ass isn't on the seat. And I drive home.
Jumped in the water.
I drive home and I call my brother up and I was like, I didn't make it. He was like, I know. I was like, you asshole.
He's like, we saw. Holy shit.
But it turns out the reason the doors were locked is because when a boat's not in, they lock the bathrooms, even though people are still working there. Yeah, I know, right? You think when a boat's there, the doors are...
That's fun.
You'd think they at least have a porta-john.
They do.
They do, but they're nasty.
Alright, look, would you rather shit your pants or use a porta-john?
I've worked there 5 years, and I've never seen them empty the porta-john.
Alright, well then I 100% understand why
it's
you're
not even that, just some of the people that work there also.
Some of the people, like you said, you don't bathe every day. There's some people I don't think bathe every year. You know what I mean?
See, I at least have like a regiment where it's like, alright,
As long as you're not gross, I'm okay with it. But there's this guy, Joey, and he's got, like, yellow fingernails that are, like, this long, and he always wants to...
Like, this is too long for me. Like, this is, like, less than a centimeter, and it's too long for me.
I chew mine until they bleed. It's a real bad habit. And then I shit myself, too. Ladies, I'm single.
You're single and ready to mingle. Just call 401, go fuck yourself.
If you want to hear racist jokes when you don't want to hear them, hit me up.
Well, do you guys know who's not single in the Amazon?
Who?
People that can become priests now.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I think...
Like,
in the Amazon rainforest?
Yeah, apparently they ran out of priests.
But
so
yeah, nobody wants to be a priest anymore, so the Pope's
priests.
like, alright, if you're married, you can be a priest.
And, like, I'm okay with that, but at the same time, it's like, you're the Pope.
Why can't you just let everybody be married?
Cause tradition?
Fuck tradition.
Nah, dude, tradition is the basis for society. It's the only reason we got to the moon.
Don't, because a guy I work with, if you watch this, I swear to God, but a guy I work with doesn't believe that space is real and doesn't believe we
no, those people are dumb as shit, dude.
Everybody,
they've been looking at space since the 1400s.
The issue is that, at least with me, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, so I don't give a fuck. You can talk, I just like having the conversation with him, but, like, it's definitely a moment of, like, and hi, JT, if you watch this, it's definitely a moment of knowing, of just understanding how he thinks.
Also, I want to go on record saying I am pro-gay marriage. I just mean if you're going to be gay, don't be a Catholic. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
if we wiped out religion, there'd be a lot less issues right now.
I don't know about that.
It's like super loving your abusive, rapey father.
Exactly. But
I love you so much.
Dude, alright, a lot of people like to shit-talk religion, but, you know, it's not all that bad. It gives people hope. Can you...
Well, that's what we talked about a long time ago. It's a crutch.
Yeah.
It's not a crutch,
I feel like
per
it's
se.
a crutch.
I mean...
For a lot of people.
It has its moments of being a crutch.
I guess.
And then you have all those assholes that just give, like, thousands of dollars a month to the church.
But then you get those same people who emphatically believe science at this current point in time is 100% correct.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, whoa, okay, that's
your
religion.
Science is fluid. Like, there's
science
too much
is
shit.
flawed. Religion is flawed, you know?
The issue is that science hasn't made us go on a 100-year bender of murdering millions of people for no good reason.
Yes, it has.
Not, like, you know, in the name of it.
Well,
people were burnt on stakes because they thought they were witches.
Yeah,
because they didn't float.
Because science told us that witches don't float.
That's not science.
Yes, it is.
No, the whole witch thing's weird. It's definitely.
Yes, it is. That wasn't a religious thing. That was just like normal people versus witches, and they were like, "Well, witches don't float."
Yeah, but they
obviously.
no.
It's like, did you bathe yourself? Yeah, in a tub that has 3 inches of water.
No,
yeah, I didn't float.
That was all a bullshit thing for them to be like, we know they're not. We know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So,
but no, they were all right. Listen, you have to also understand these are people who were alive when the concept of zero came to be. Zero wasn't a thing for a while. And then it was there.
Neither were condoms.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, these people's worldview...
I'm relating it to condoms now.
Those people's worldview was very... It wasn't as broad as ours.
I'll agree with...
religion and science were the same thing, because some of the top scientists were also some of the top religious people.
No, I'll agree with Big Chris on the witch thing, though.
The witch thing,
yeah.
They totally abused science to get their religious stuff.
Can I...
When, in fact, I think they were just bored. And they're like,
nah, it wasn't boredom.
These women are doing these things we don't want them to do.
It was.
They're being little harlots. They're doing this. They're doing that.
If you follow the Crucible, it was Tituba teaching that girl whose name I'm forgetting the voodoo pagan ritual to make the guy love her, and then someone saw it in the woods and was like, "That's some goddamn witchcraft. Gotta burn them."
Yeah,
you know?
And then you had the other girls who were like, "We're gonna eat mushrooms and dance around naked," and that's
exactly.
what we, you know.
And then everyone was like, "That's not how normal people behave."
They just don't like free spirits.
It's not that they don't like free spirits. It's back in the day, if you were a free spirit, you fucked everyone else over because there was no medicine, there was no infrastructure. If you fucked up, let's say you were a free spirit and your job was to keep the grain dry, and you didn't. Oh God, the whole village is dead now.
On record, can we have you agree that burning the witches was a good thing?
That it was a good thing? No.
So you agree with them for burning witches?
You're doing a lot of transposing right now, and I don't think I agree with it.
I can agree with their point of view, but I can't agree with their actions.
I can't agree with their point of view.
Like
Fuck
that fucking
shit.
safe sentence, you son of a bitch. Trying to put me in a corner.
Extra fucking safe, too. He was like, yeah, all this stuff.
You can't put me in a corner. I got a
No, you can't put baby in a corner.
I know what's up.
He's too squirmy with the words.
I spend all day, every day arguing with myself. So you can't win.
I don't think I should have a second one now.
Yeah, you should. Why not?
Because I have to drive home. And I need dinner still.
I had a couple before I came and a couple while I'm here. You should get in on it.
I got more pizza.
I don't have tolerance. That's not pizza.
The only way
That's flatbread with some ketchup and fucking burnt cheese.
The only way you get a
Thin
tolerance.
crust.
Thin crust is best crust.
No, it isn't.
I'm not saying deep dishes. I'm not saying deep dishes.
I don't like the Chicago where it's like that thick.
No, but
no
it
one
needs to
wants
be at least this.
No, Papa Gino's like crust is almost perfect.
Papa Gino's
it's
is
gross.
perfect. I think Papa Gino's.
No.
It's. I like the New York slice though. That's where I'm at.
I can agree with that.
I like a nice Greek pizza where it's like not thin, but it's not thick. It's like this big.
Greek and pizza aren't two words that belong in the same
Fetta's
sentence.
gross.
It doesn't need feta. It's just a
Then
style.
how is it Greek?
It's like a pan pizza.
Shh. You what? Did you work in pizza or something?
For too many years.
I don't believe that.
I still work in pizza. Hi guys. Hi Juliana and
Yeah,
Rachel.
at least you're only delivering now.
Dude, thank God. It's a blessing. I walked in the other day and I looked at them and I was like, wow, you guys are kind of shit showed. Well, I'm out of here at 8 o'clock, so bye.
We should cut the table and make it a triangle. That way I don't have to do this like constantly.
Well, that's why I got that table. So we could sit in like a circle so we didn't have to really...
That or we need one that's like a third bigger
That table's
than
way too small.
that. Yeah.
It extends. It has the leaf.
But then we're all super far away.
No, it doesn't extend that far. It probably only extends about this far.
But if it was like, if this table was like this, you know, and I'm in the middle because I'm important, and then you two are on my flanks, like the camera's looking at me.
You would definitely be the one on a stake right now.
Yeah.
No, we could make
That's
it
what
like
I mean.
an A.
See, you hate me so much. You're like, how can I fucking kill that guy? He's a witch. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't even have to do that. I just like it's like I don't like him. Whatever. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Give you a bunch of cheese.
but
wait
where are
till
you gonna go?
shit
You gotta
yourself.
walk there.
I don't give a fuck. Sure, I'll go walk to the other side of the world.
Wolves. Wolves used to be an issue.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
Knife,
fine.
a
No.
knife, fire, and piss.
Did you ever see The Gray?
No.
Yeah, no. Better movie is The Edge.
Better movie, Spaceballs.
Well, actually, no. The Edge is great. It's Alec Baldwin and
Before or after he went crazy?
before, thank God.
Yeah.
And who played Hannibal Lecter? Why do I always forget his name?
Wait, this was a Hannibal Lecter movie?
No, this was before. He played
Oh.
Hannibal in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, fuck.
But it's Alec Baldwin, him.
That's why I'm bad at trivia.
Yeah, it's Alec Baldwin, him, and some African American actor, and they crash land in a plane in the woods, and a bear just decides it's going to spend the rest of its life trying to kill these three people, and it's just three people trying to fight, like, not a grizzly bear, a brown bear, one of those, like, coastal,
Yeah.
like, big, angry, like, in the scene where it kills the black guy, he's like, because he, like, fucked his leg up in the crash, so, like, the bear smells it, and he's, like, he's sitting by the campfire, and
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah. They're all like sharing stories and like
Yeah.
drinking the last of
I
their
just found
whiskey. And then the
Sorry.
fucking bear just
fine.
walks into the thing, grabs the black guy by his side and drags him into the woods. And the other two are just like, oh, this is a thing we have to deal with now. Holy shit.
What would you do
Die.
if you saw like one of us being dragged off like that? Would you try to save him? Would you have the realistic thought, be like, there's nothing I can do, he's gonna die?
I'd probably freeze because that's such an extreme thing.
I'd probably
Yeah.
try to help.
I'd like to think I'd try to help, but let's be real. I'd freeze.
That's why I'm saying the realistic thing of being like, he's fucked. I can't.
It
beat
wouldn't
a
be
bear.
that. It wouldn't be that he's fucked. It would be just, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, just like.
See,
Like getting attacked by zombies and like I would run and try to save, but a fucking bear.
You can't
no,
fight a
because you
bear.
can even
Yeah.
say that even with zombies. Like, I
If it's
think
like-
our
Depends how
depiction-
many zombies.
No,
If
because
it's-
our
alright.
depiction versus like what might actually be a zombie is very different.
I think Night of the Living Dead did it perfect because they are the undead. They're not going to be sprinting around and stuff like
I
that.
think it's between that or The Last of Us with cordyceps.
cordyceps, yeah, with the fungus, but that's not really a zombie. That's a parasite.
But at that,
Yeah, but technically,
at that
the
point,
28 Days Later was a parasite too, because they're all infected.
No, they were infected with rage.
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah,
is
it's
like
like a
a
parasite.
parasite still creates.
But
It can still be classified as a zombie at that point.
well, a zombie is a reanimated corpse. The parasite is just
They're just brain dead. And the
yeah, it takes over the
parasite's
shell.
controlling them,
Like
I guess.
there's no, we don't know because we don't. You can't like dissect a brain of an ant and attach electrodes
Yeah.
and see if it's still doing. We don't know if the ant is conscious while it's scurrying about and getting, taken over. We don't know because it hasn't happened to a higher life form yet. But I wouldn't classify the cordyceps as zombies. I would just say they're parasites. Then again, the game kind of... Because there's that one where when you're trying to open the door and it's all fungied out and then it comes to life, like...
That's what I mean. Like, I can definitely be seen both ways.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm having, like...
What would you rather have, though? The 28... I'm not even going to say George Romero's zombies, because I'd much rather have that.
Everyone would love George Romero's
What would
zombies.
you rather have? The 28 Days Later Infected or The Last of Us?
Last of Us.
It's scary, though.
Those you can at least tolerate.
But here's the thing with The Last of Us.
They get super powered.
No, everyone forgets this. You gotta wear a gas mask when you go outside.
I could deal with that.
Spores, though, man.
It's fine.
Oh, my mask cracked. I'm fucking dead. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm weird with masks.
Yeah, but
like,
either way...
I put a mask on, I instantly have to itch.
But even so, it's just like... You could be sleeping. You could be sleeping in
That's
bed.
why I can never be an astronaut.
You could be sleeping in bed in your safe house, and the wind could change, and you didn't seal that window just so, and a single spore gets in and goes up your nose and into your brain, and now you're infected.
That's like one of the best horror movies that are happening.
No.
I love that movie.
That scene where the guy jumps into the lion cage and he's like trying to get the lion to bite him, and the old lady goes, "What kind of terrorism is this?" And it's just like
the lawnmower scene where he just lays down like this.
Although the one scene where the Jeep has the rip in it and they just stop and then they gun it into the pole, that's the one good scene.
No, there was some cool scene. Like, I don't know.
Then they go to the house that's overtaken by plants, and she's like, "I don't know why I survived.
Then she
I
goes
have
crazy.
Plants on my house. I like nature, but I don't know why I'm alive."
Yeah, but then she goes crazy.
But it's just like, come on. Bury the lead. Don't just straight up be like, "Hey, you gotta be nice to plants." That movie sucks. I hate that movie. That movie boils my blood.
But back to the original point that we were trying to make about...
I would like 28 Days Later because...
Dude, even before that, like, the original topic of, like, would you be able to handle the bear? Like, one of us got... like, there are 3 different questions we have to answer right now.
I've been in a crisis situation where people's lives have been on the line, and I froze the fuck up. It was...
I'm in the same boat, and I was the one... I acted on it.
See, I don't think I would freeze, though, because, like,
I was
whenever
10 years
something
old when it happened, though, so...
Whenever something like that happens, I tend to be the assholes, like, "Alright, guys, we need to do this." And it might not even always be, like, the right decision.
But you try to take control?
But I try to take control.
Like, when I cut my finger off, I freaked the fuck out. That was scary as shit.
Hold on, scroll it back for it. What?
Oh, I cut my finger off when I was little.
Which one?
My pinky.
How did you... Oh, you mean, like, the tip of it? Or
Yeah,
like...
it was, like, right here.
Oh,
and then I was playing tag with my brother, and he was hiding behind a door with the door closed.
And you smashed your hand in.
I put my finger through the
door frame.
Door frame to tag him, and then he shoved the door like this, and instead of pulling my hand out, I went like that, and it just ripped. Yeah.
So is that like a fully opposable knuckle?
Yeah, but I have 0 feeling in this finger whatsoever, and it hasn't grown since I was that age.
Oh, okay. So did they, like... did they attach...
They sewed here. It ripped all the flesh off. Bone was there.
Ugh.
Fucking weird looking. But
did it rip the top of the bone off, or did it rip just, like, at that point?
It cut here, chipped the bone a little on top, so whatever. That's why it's all the weird deformity. And then they sewed it on around here. You can
so wait, did they just, like...
Basically.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
We took the tip, and... We put it in a plastic bag, and we put it... By this time, I had, like, a towel over it, and it wasn't bleeding really all that bad. Dude, it was the craziest thing. When it first happened, I looked at it, and I was like, what? And then the blood, like, with each heartbeat, it was going, like...
And that's how I know you wouldn't be able to handle it, because if you're shivering at the thought of, like, his bone showing... I've stared into a man's arm.
Adrenaline, man.
Dude, I've stared into the inside of a human being's arm, watching their tendons flex as they moved their fingers. I held that together.
I looked at a man. You know what a chain link fence looks like. You know that pole.
Yeah.
You know that. I watched a guy just brains out the back of his head. Girl in the passenger seat slam into the thing, cave her face in, screaming for her mom. And then my dad was like, "Get towels," and I was frozen. But thankfully his partner was there and fucking got towels. And, he died instantly. The woman died later in the hospital, but I witnessed it.
Dude, imagine there was, like, the story where he was like, yeah, the guy with the pole through his head, still alive today.
Like, I feel like a lot of Chris's problems because he went on patrol with his dad.
Yeah, I should have never gone on patrol with my dad.
You should have probably waited like an extra 5 years.
Well, my older brother went when he turned 10, and it was like, we busted a guy breaking into a house, and it was cool, and I watched Dad beat someone up, and I was like, that sounds rad.
Oh, then it's just luck of the draw.
And then I went, and I was like, oh, I watched a guy die in a drunk driving, and then I watched a lady OD on coke, and then I watched a guy pull a knife and try and stab another, and I was like, no.
Although your brother is kind of crazy, too.
Andrew loves the violence.
Yeah. So he might have, like, seen all that stuff, just, like, kind of
absorbed it.
Yeah. But
it's just in him.
I saw some fucked up shit. I went 3 times. Every single time I went,
terrible.
Someone died each time I went, and I was like, I think I shouldn't.
He was a Warwick cop, wasn't he?
Yeah, but this was back before Chafee fixed Warwick, so it was still kind of scummy.
Yeah, it was probably when I grew up in Warwick.
It's better than it was now, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's better than the bucket, it's better than what it was.
Yeah, anything's better than the bucket. Fuck the bucket. I got a buddy who lives there who's like, come over and hang out. And it's like, I don't want my car broken into. I don't want to get jumped walking from your doorstep to my car. No thanks, man.
But
I'd be able to save your sorry ass from a bear. I'm sorry, Ted.
To get on the original topic,
I don't think I'd save you.
Do you think the Pope should let people just get married?
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I don't care.
I'll go back to my thing. If you're gay, don't be Catholic. I mean, it's their club. They don't come into your club. I mean, they kind of do.
They have.
Yeah,
they have successfully done it.
They don't do it
anymore.
That are in the
closet.
They don't really do it that much anymore.
Yeah, but do you think it'll go better with, like, a lot of priests, they found out they have, like, a mental illness because of just, like, the...
That explains a lot.
Gender dysphoria and all that shit.
Yeah, so do you think if they actually let them get the release, let them get married...
No.
Computer turned off?
It didn't turn off. It just went to sleep.
It went to sleep mode.
Okay, good.
It's still recording. I see the lights flashing. I'm not an
I feel
idiot.
like it would be better for...
But here's the thing. You're breaking down an institution that's existed for thousands of years, which people have invested much... money. Not even money, but just, like, invested themselves.
Change can be good or bad. I mean, there's change letting the priests get married, and then there's change trying to make Santa be transgender.
There we go. See, where do we draw the line? I say...
Right around the area where let's touch little kids.
Oh, well, obvious. And nowhere in the Bible does it say, yo, fuck kids, it's super rad. Nowhere in the Bible
It's not like fuck kids.
And they're like, well, actually,
like,
get a magnifying glass, super small print. Fuck boys.
Yeah.
Touch little kids.
Thou
Only
shalt
boys,
not kill,
Thou
fuck boys. Thou shalt not steal, but you can fuck little boys. Like, it doesn't,
you can diddle the little boys. Girls, not at all. I mean, boys, absolutely.
Carlin says it all comes down to don't fuck with other people's property. So
don't fuck with other people's property and just jerk off.
Yeah, so why were priests molesting little boys? Oh, it's because priests, or not, I shouldn't say priests, pedophiles found out that they can go into the Catholic Church and confessional and all that stuff, and they abused the system. So it's not the system that's flawed, it's the people who joined it. Yeah, but I feel like
there was a good amount of priests that went into it not wanting that, but something in their head just kind of triggered it.
Well, yeah, a lot of people that are gay who think it's bad to be gay definitely join the cloth because... You know, I'm gay and it's bad, and if I get closer to God, I won't be gay.
I just think it has to do with, like, it's a sin to masturbate, it's a sin to have sex. So when you're, like, cut yourself off that much... Is it
a sin to masturbate?
Yeah,
where does it say it, though? What, like,
Bible.
Can you quote it?
No? Can I quote the Bible? No.
I know, but I mean, can you, like, bring up a book or something? Because, like, I want to find exactly where it says it's a sin.
When I was in Catholic school, they said...
I know, but again, that's a Catholic school where they beat the shit out of you and told you, listen to God no matter what, you know?
Why is looking at it? I used to get kicked out of class all the time.
For masturbating?
No, they never caught me doing that.
Me too!
So the reason sin is an active, masturbation is an active sin is because it includes lust.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why.
You're not supposed to lust over any... So if you jerk off to Patty, it's not a sin. Because she's your other.
I guess, yeah.
It's jerking off to other people. That's a sin.
She's gonna find a girlfriend, and once you find a girlfriend... Yeah, but if you break up with that girlfriend, can you still jerk off to their picture?
No, because that's considered lust at that point.
And
the only reason you should be doing that is because it's
What if you still love them?
No, it's procreation. That's the only reason you should be releasing sperm, because it's then still considered lust because it's a self-act.
Yeah, but it's actually very bad for you to have it build up that much.
How the fuck is this how we got onto this conversation?
Because Chris and Chad are a little weird.
That's fine. I accepted that. But no, so like, it's still because it includes some degree of lust, whereas you can do it, I don't care.
I don't want to pop the bees.
Dude, popping penises all day. But, no, it's like, it doesn't matter because it's still considered lust. If you're having sex, it's normally for procreation.
Yeah, but then why wear a condom? It wasn't wearing. See, that's why Catholics hate the condoms. I just put that together.
Ayo. That's why birth control is also frowned
but they
upon.
said you can have sex if you're married. But what do you? Every time you're gonna have sex, you're just gonna have a kid.
Now hold on.
They don't say you only have to have sex when you have a kid when you're married. It says no sex till you're married.
No sex till you're married. But that's just, I think, an old. You got to keep in mind when they were writing this, they didn't have medicine. So like, if you got syphilis, it was just your genitals would rot off and you'd go insane. So it's like, dude, don't fuck until you're married. You know what I mean?
It's like only find the one person who is clean.
Yeah, find the one person who's clean who will give you a kid. Because like, if you fuck up in any way, shape, or form, there's nothing.
That's why it was like, yeah, virgins are prized.
Virgins are Vestal virgins in the Roman Empire. Like, you go live in a fucking temple for the rest of your life, and then eventually someone impregnates you because you're the best of the best.
Imagine that life. Like, it's either like really cool because you just get pampered your whole time.
You got pampered super hard if you're a Vestal virgin.
Or it's just like you're the worst of the virgins, so you don't get pampered as
much.
Oh
yeah, the slutty one.
So you're just like there being like, I tried to get knocked up a few times, but
it's like only anal.
You're the fat chick in the Vestal virgins.
Oh my god.
They're like 6 10 out of 10s, and then the 3, and she's just like, fuck this.
Well, that's the thing, that like, one guy, it's like, that's my shit.
That's my shit. That's my fetish.
Back when it came to like being overweight, the reason it was is because you had money. So that was more prized.
Fat and pale was like top of the line.
Yeah, you were inside all the time and you had money.
It's like you see a lot of the paintings of like the rich old women.
Yeah, they're fat and pale. Fat. That's what you want. I mean, yeah, they're out of the sun and they're fed. They eat every day. That used to be a thing. Eating every day used to be a luxury.
Yeah.
Back in Bible times, that's why they tell you not to fucking, waste food and, don't...
Fasting.
Back in Bible times when they were like, yeah, we're going to launch the heads of dead people over the wall to cause poison.
Everyone was doing that.
Yeah, I know, but it's extra funny.
That existed before the Bible.
That's but it's extra funny.
That's biological warfare. I love that shit, dude. No one did it better than in the Middle East. The fucking Arabs were so good at biological warfare.
Not just them, the fucking Mongolians over in China. Well, Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But they learned, the Golden Horde learned it from coming over to like Armenia and stuff like that, because Armenia would get besieged like every day for being Catholics surrounded by Muslims, And then eventually they figured out like, we can just poison the shit out of those Armenians.
It's like, just take the heads of the dead enemies who have smallpox and just throw them over the wall. It'll be fine.
Just anybody. Just launch it over. They'll all die soon.
What are they going to do with it? Put it in the dumpster?
Dude, you know what's crazy? Do you know the Siege of Tyre with Alexander the Great?
Yeah.
So it's like a little island city, like off the coast, and Alexander the Great built a bridge out of stones to get his army there. If you look at it nowadays, like his little bridge has expanded to be like half a mile wide just from like erosion and like sand buildup and all that stuff. And it's just like living proof Alexander existed. There you go. He affected...
Cool.
It's like time's a thing that worked.
Yeah. He affected the continents. He left a physical piece. I don't know. Sorry. I just saw that. I don't know. We were thinking.
Cool.
I love
fucked up the world,
dude. I love history. So like, anytime you start talking historical stuff, my brain starts swirling with all these cool things I know.
Well, to go back to the Santa thing, how do you feel about them trying to change?
I think it's dumb as shit. Santa's a dude. He's an old German guy named Saint Nicholas, and he wears green, and he comes into your house and he gives you presents. And if you're a bad boy, a demon breaks into your house and beats the shit out of you.
Oh, what is it? Krampus. Oh, what was it from the fucking Office? Dwight dresses up as it.
I hate that.
Belschnickel. He hates The Office.
I hate The American Office.
It's because it's popular.
No, it's just not funny. It's
entertaining.
I saw the prison Michael episode where he does like prison.
Yeah, but that's weird.
And I was like, "There's some good jokes there, but I'm not laughing." You know what I mean?
Season 4 though, or season 5.
No, the worst seasons were like 7 to 9. And then the last episode came up, and you're like, "Oh, this is actually not bad anymore."
No, but they're trying to make Santa gender neutral,
which is stupid.
And there was 2 things in the article I read. It's either gender neutral, where he's a boy or a girl, we don't know. He's fat, so he has tits. He's going through menopause, so he has the big beard. Or they're trying to make him hip to new kids.
What happened to just like a dude who lives in the North Pole with a bunch of little boy midgets?
Yeah, they're not boys, they're midgets.
The thing is, when you were a kid, did you ever think Santa wasn't cool?
No, I thought it was kind of weird that he was sneaking in my fucking house, but that was about it.
I was souped.
I was terrified for Santa, because my dad would tell me every year, "I'm going to shoot him. He breaks into my house, I'm going to kill him." He would
Dude, the next morning you wake up and it's like, yeah, there's venison on the table.
It was just like, there's presents, thank God.
There's no blood, no ambulance.
That's such an asshole.
Literally, one year, he put a chair and he grabbed his gun and he sat in front of the chimney and he was like, go to bed, I'm going to kill Santa. And it was just like, why that?
You're like, let me get free things for once.
I love your dad.
He would fuck with us. He used to call my little brother Ed, which stood for Easter dinner. And they were like, we're fattening you up for Easter, Robbie. On your 10th birthday, we're going to eat you. That's what my parents used to.
10th birthday rolls around, it's like, well.
Robbie was like, ah.
It rolls past, he's like, oh, I survived.
So I don't think it was going on patrol. I just think it was the years of mental abuse.
I think it might just be like all of the above.
No, my parents just have really good senses of humor.
Imagine if, like...
Wow. They're really funny people.
Imagine if they made Santa, though, like... The pictures I saw, it's like cut off sleeves where he has like a sleeve tattoo and everything.
I don't care.
You know what's funny? In 5 years, that'll be dated. You know what's not dated? Santa Claus.
Yeah. Old man, white beard, fat, red suit.
Dude, it's timeless. Black boots. You know, you say the word Santa, you know exactly what he looks like. Why change it?
8 reindeer plus one that has a red nose.
Why do they have to do the gender neutral thing?
Well,
like, why does it have to...
Wasn't it like 2 years ago they were trying to make him black? And everyone was like, why? It doesn't matter. It's Santa.
His ethnicity, like, is German, pretty much.
He's Scandinavian, you know?
Yeah.
He's
from Europe. How many black people do you know from Europe that are natively from there?
You got the Moors.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Moors
far
is not
north.
a racial term. I saw you gave me that look.
I'm talking like far north.
Yeah, Scandinavia.
Yeah.
You know,
or
Norway,
Greenland.
Greenland's west.
I mean, it's still far north.
Yeah.
I'm fucking living in
It's
Greenland.
stupid. If you're gonna do that, just try to give Mrs. Claus like a bigger role.
No, because then they're gonna give fucking Mrs. Claus like a septum piercing. And
Not even that. Just have her.
Engages and a
Yeah.
No, be like Santa's getting old. Mrs. Claus has to ride with him now, so she does most of the work.
No, Mrs. Claus is all right. So Santa does the deliveries. I always, in my mind, Mrs. Claus ran the
that
factory.
shit.
Yeah, that's because if Santa did it, he'd fuck it up.
Santa's just sitting there like, them toys ready, guys?
No, Santa's sitting there going, okay, so Billy's good, but that Billy's bad, and he's just sitting there like just trying to get his list.
Like he has to watch every kid on the planet.
They should make a movie where Santa just goes fucking nuts trying to figure this shit out.
Didn't they do that?
I don't think so.
They did it. I think Will Sasso played Santa in
Oh
that
my
movie.
god.
I don't know.
Will Sasso instead of Tim Allen.
Dude, I love Will Sasso. He's one of my favorite underwritten. Like, he's a comedic genius. Listen to the 10-minute podcast. I know this is our podcast, but it's only 10 minutes.
That might get bleeped out.
Oh, come on. Don't bleep out other people's stuff.
I'll bleep everything.
If you bleep out other people's stuff, like, what we do is we go, check out this other thing, and tell them we sent ya. You know what I mean?
Start including that shit.
Well, yeah.
Fuck them getting their promotion.
They already have it.
That doesn't matter. I don't want to give them more.
Also, the 10-minute podcast ended.
It did?
Yeah, it's over.
Why?
Because Brian Callen and Chris D'Elia became very famous comedians, and
Oh, he was on the show with what's-her-face on NBC.
Whitney.
Yeah, and that was a shitty
and
show.
And Brian Callen's on Schooled, which is a spin-off of the Goldbergs, and then Will Sasso is just writing and producing.
Will Sasso is just Will Sasso.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything. He's fucking, anytime he shows up...
He's a legend.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, so like if we mention someone else's podcast and we don't bleep it, there's a chance they'll mention ours. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Dude, you can't, like, we're all drinking from the same well. You can't be shutting everyone out.
Fuck that, I'm gonna poison the well.
And who cares? We're not gonna promote bad people.
We're promoting
dudes.
people we like. And if
Don't be a Nazi.
Alright, well, look. That's gonna get bleeped.
Yeah, bleep that part, but don't bleep my little rant.
That's
I have to pee. I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Go for it.
Oh, God.
Now that he's gone, I'm gonna
Shit's
wear
all over my guitar.
Dude, I wouldn't even be mad about the guitar. You could rinse that off. I'd be mad about like the posters and everything else.
Guitar was like $500.
Bring it outside with a fucking hose.
It's electric.
Is there electricity running through it now?
It will be broken. Yeah, I was buying a new poster. I was like $10.
Duffel.
I like that poster.
I don't care. Dude, you need to work. Like, you worked at a pizzeria. You need to make better pizza than that.
It's fucking dough that rolls up in parchment paper that Patty bought at the store.
Then you did. You used the,
Like the pre-rolled dough.
No! That's fucking. Oh my god. That's pie crust!
No, it isn't. It's pizza crust.
Dude, no pizza crust should automatically come roll. No pizza crust should ever have the words pre-rolled before it.
Oh my god, you're so...
That's the worst. I don't know whose Wi-Fi I'm connected to, but I'm connected to a Wi-Fi, and I just realized that right now. Which is not a good thing. I think it's your Wi-Fi. Thank you, Samsung. Yeah, no pizza crust. No pizza crust should ever be rolled out. We can ask Chris when he comes out of the bathroom.
It's rolled in parchment paper.
But that's not pizza dough then. That's a different kind of dough. That's shit. That's like crescent rolls. I want a croissant.
It's actually croissant.
Oh, fromage!
It's
Baguette.
this brand. It wasn't the bistro, but it's that brand.
That doesn't matter. No pizza dough. European bakery style. I'm sorry. That's not pizza. That's... Fuck it. Should pizza dough ever be rolled out?
What do you mean by that?
Like, the pizza dough for that pizza was rolled up in parchment paper, and you just roll it out, take it off, put it on the pan.
I mean, for convenience sake, yeah, why not? But if you're trying to, like, make artisan pizza, no.
Not even like artisan. I mean like pizza that has a crust. Like I don't feel like this is pizza to me. I feel like this is just
it's dough
flatbread.
That pizza could have had crust, but I just made it go all the way to the edge.
Yeah, see, he could have done
but
it.
I support there being sauce and cheese all the way to the edge.
I don't.
I don't really like it that much.
I think crust is there to hold on to. I don't want my fingers.
That's why you get to hold it like this.
No, that's why you
I
fold
don't want
it
to do.
over.
I like to like pinch my pizza.
No, you fold it.
I grab it. I eat a slice. You know, I grab it like this. And I eat it like
Yeah,
that.
but then just completely fold it at that point and hold like the underside.
Yeah, but he's still touching the shiz.
I don't want to touch. I don't want to put. All right, again, weird germaphobe. I don't want to put my fingers in my
I
food.
forget that.
You know, like I got it.
But it's your fingers.
I understand, but I know where they've been. You know what I mean? So,
In his butthole,
In
as
my
our earlier
butthole.
conversation.
No, you gotta. I watched Belladonna do a video on it.
No, dude, Angela White.
No, it's Belladonna, bro.
No.
Belladonna bitch fist. Buy one, bro. They're the shit. You've never heard of them?
Bitch.
Someone took like a silicone cast of her making a fist, and it's a dildo you can buy. It's called the Belladonna bitch fist.
Did we? Hold on, was it with you when we talked about
No, he
Bad
wasn't.
Dragon?
No, he wasn't. There.
No, but I tell
Oh my
everyone
God.
I know about Bad Dragon.
Yeah!
No, it was total because I was telling you about the dog mouth like thing. Did I tell you about that?
The
No, you
dog
weren't
mouth
here that episode.
cock sleeve.
Oh,
Remember, I was like,
telling-
you missed a fucked up episode.
Oh, that was the episode I was supposed to show up, but I decided I didn't want to. I think.
That was when you got fired.
Ah, yeah. The night
So you're
where I
having an
got-
emotional breakdown.
No, I was just getting drunk. Let's be honest.
He got blitzed. He got blitzing. But, no, like, I've seen it. It's like the cock sleeve.
And it's a dog's mouth, and it's just like, whoa.
They have
What's
the-
this for?
Or it's the pocket pussy that's the dog's mouth.
I know. By the way, my mother would like us to stop bringing that up.
Hi, Mom!
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry, Mrs. Rocco.
What was I gonna say?
I'm not sorry.
So,
It's
I was-
funny.
so I
Your
was-
mom watches this?
Yeah.
She watches it when I go, Mom, you gotta check this part out because I'm super funny. Because I'm a narcissist.
Dude, you gotta show her this whole episode then.
She watched the first one I was on and was just like, God damn it, Chris. Why do you gotta say all that terrible stuff? And it's like, Ma, you raised me.
Dude, my mom still watches this, and I'm like, why are you watching that? And
I'd
she's
be
like, I
afraid
support
for my
you.
mom to watch this. She'd be
I
like,
just noticed.
Dude, I'm gonna go to Florida just to make your mom watch this.
I just noticed when I talk with my family, I turn into like a Tony Danza, like Italian.
Hey!
Like we're all wearing wife beaters and eating pasta. Like, Ma, what do you mean you don't like the video?
Italian food!
We're not. We're like Italian, but we're not that
Yeah,
Italian.
you're not like, Tony.
Yeah.
so out of your topics, what did you want to talk about?
I don't know. I read the what did they call it? Desync. I don't know, the DC Zombies thing. It either came out recently or maybe last year, but I just read it, and I thought it was pretty fucking good.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it the Black Ring or no?
No, that was Darkest Night. This
Yeah.
is the idea that this is DC started doing their own what ifs, but they're not calling them what ifs
Because that's copyright.
yeah. See, DC used to do Elsewheres, but then they stopped doing Elsewheres for some reason, and
Because they got too cool for
Deceased.
that.
DC's, that's what it's called.
Wow.
See, clever shit. I thought it was pretty good. The idea is like Darkseid. What does he do? He figures out the anti-life equation or something because he's always looking for it, and it drives him insane and turns him into a zombie. Per se, they're more like the 28 Days Later
Yeah.
zombies, where they're full of rage. And then, if you know anything about Cyborg, is he has a mother box inside him, and the mother boxes are what Darkseid uses. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, Cyborg, just existing, starts making people into these crazy zombies.
But does it affect him or no?
No. It's anyone who looks at a screen. Anything digital, any digital media drives you
See,
insane.
that's especially That can be used real now.
So exactly. So like Superman figures it out right away and switches to X-ray vision, and he's only looking through X-ray vision because he knows if he looks at a screen, who the fuck can stop me? You know.
But that's the thing, like. X-ray vision. Why would X-ray vision make it different? I know he's not looking directly at a screen, but
through the screen, he's not seeing the images being flashed on the screen.
So it's images that cause the issue.
It's like the subliminal messages.
Did you ever read that Stephen King book, Cell?
No.
It's the whole idea that like every time you use your cell phone, it drives you fucking insane.
Well,
as long as you don't use your cell phone, as long as you don't look at a screen, as long as you don't look at the internet. So it's like this cool fucking story, and you get to see like Hal Jordan. Black Canary, I always forget her name. Diana...
Ross?
No. Diana and Ollie, Green Arrow, are hanging out in the woods, and they're completely separate from it. And they're all making fun of each other, and then Hal Jordan's like, fuck this, I'm going to bed. And Ollie's like, you always, with great... Or no, I don't know. Hal Jordan, you have the power to suck all the fun out of the room. Welcome to the boring core. And he's like, fuck you, and he goes in his tent.
Diana Lance.
And he looks at his phone and he starts screaming. So now Green Arrow and Black Canary are like, the fuck? And he comes out of his tent, Green Lantern, willpower ring, zombie. How the fuck do you stop that?
Yeah.
Superman.
Diana Lance does a scream, fucking blows his brain up, she becomes Green Lantern. And it's just like...
That's pretty cool.
It's just cool shit from there, and it ends up with Connor Kent and Superman fighting. Connor Kent's his kid.
Yeah.
It ends with them fighting to the death, and it's just like, it's such a good...
Superman has to kill his own son.
Well, no. Superman's the bad guy.
That's even better.
It's Damian Wayne and Connor Kent sitting there, and Damian's like, so you gotta go get him, huh? And Connor's like, I gotta do this. I'm the only one that can. Flies off to go fight his dad. It's just cool. It's like a cool moment.
No, you could have given Damian the fucking kryptonite and then just thrown his sorry ass. Why not?
Because
a non-stoppable, bloodthirsty Superman would just destroy anybody.
That's not holding back.
Superman holds back probably. He probably goes 50% most of all the time.
No, dude, he goes less than that.
Less than that?
Justice League. Did you ever see the Justice League cartoon where he's fighting Darkseid and Brainiac fused together? And he's like, I live in a world made of cardboard and paper. And he's like, with you, I don't have to hold back. And he punches Darkseid across the galaxy pretty much, and then appears behind him.
Yeah, it's like instantly
and punches him back. And it's just like, yeah, when Superman wants to let loose, Superman can destroy anything.
It's like Spider-Man in the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When Spider-Man, when he's holding up that fucking building, it's like, oh,
dude, when he went Superior, when Doc Ock took over and was Superior, he just wrecked house.
Yeah, but that's also because he was like, oh, he's never been doing this before.
I loved that part in Superior where he breaks into his old lab and the defenses are kicking in, and Doc Ock, Spider-Man, is avoiding them, and he's like, oh my god, I never realized how easy it is for him, as he's like dodging everything. He's like, I never stood a chance, you know?
He's like, the arms did something useful.
He was like, he's holding back, like, as he's like his Doc Ock has lasers and explosions, and Doc Ock Spider-Man is just like, yeah, you know, just avoiding them. Or who does he goes up to Speedball and he rips her face off by accident because he didn't know like how to use the sticky stuff.
Wasn't like, all right, now I gotta stop at...
No, he just rips her face off.
And he's like, oh no.
But yeah, Spider-Man would probably be one of the strongest if he just...
If
he was
really
a black suit
loose,
all the time.
If he really cut loose, he would be fucking...
I don't even think he needs black suit.
No, black suit, he just like used pretty much all his power. Cause
he didn't
hold back. Like he would go like... Probably 50%, then all of a sudden he'd get mad and just do like 100%, just wreck
shit.
Is
it Venom or is it Black Suit?
It's Black Suit
Spider-Man.
Well, it's the symbiote, so it's Black Suit Spider-Man, and then, but it is the Venom symbiote is a part of him, but it wasn't Venom yet. This is when Secret War, I believe, happened.
Yeah.
And they wanted to redo Spider-Man's costume, so they gave him a black suit. People hated it, and they're like, oh, it turns out it's a symbiote, you know, kind of thing.
It's because Venom then attached to Eddie Brock gained part of his sentience, and he was like, I still like Spider-Man, but I also hate Spider-Man.
He like obsessed over
it. Turns out Venom's a chick, and she's in love with Peter Parker.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's just in love with him. She just wants to
I think it's hilarious that they made a Deadpool. Like you told me the first time he attached a Deadpool.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're too crazy. Or
something he was like, alright, I'm done. It's like, I'm out.
Did you read the What If where Deadpool gets the powers of the Beyonder?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Can we not do that?
He just like he gives himself an afro and starts dressing in the 70s, like the shitty 70s Beyonder, and he's just like, what's up, motherfuckers? And everyone's like, God, damn it. Like,
it's like, and this is our life.
Yeah, what do we do about this? But,
So back to the DC thing, though, because I'm going to bring that up, because I don't remember if I talked to you about it. The most recent Superman versus Flash race.
Yeah.
Who's faster?
Flash.
Yeah.
Flash is speed. He is speed. He is the Speed Force. He's speed.
He can manipulate
Superman
time.
is probably the fastest...
fastest mortal.
Can you consider Superman immortal? Because he is just a giant solar battery.
Yeah, but
as
can
soon as you
Superman
cut the
fly
sun,
faster than Flash can run?
No.
It's all still tied to speed.
Did you ever read the comic where it's Superman and Flash have to race somewhere, and they're running the same speed, and Supes is like, I don't know if we're going to make it, and then Flash goes, you know, you won a few of those races because they were for charity, right? And Supes goes, what? And before you can finish the sentence, Flash is already there. Flash can run. He evacuated the entire Korean peninsula in faster than the speed of light as a nuke was detonating.
Yeah.
The entire population of the Korean peninsula just back and forth. He moves at like 6 billionth of an attosecond, which is like something humans can't even fathom because there's too many zeros.
So
he's
basically
fastest.
time manipulation.
He is probably the strongest hero in DC.
That's considering he can phase through things.
He can do anything. All right, there's that race between him and Sonic. We'll just use whatever. I think his name is like ZYXZZT, but he's basically Sonic. And Flash wins the race, and then this being is like, all right, we're going to kill all the homeworlds of everyone else who was in the race. And then Flash goes, but if I beat you, you save everyone. He goes, I have instant teleportation. You can't beat me. Flash beat him.
Flash was like, yeah, hey, remember that conversation? Already did it.
Here's the thing. He raced from one side of the galaxy to Earth, the farthest point away from Earth. And he was there before instant teleportation.
Now, the thing that
Flash
I will
is
say
so OP.
about the whole phasing through thing, Superman has to a certain degree that ability. He can... It's a far reach, but...
Superman has to avoid shit. Flash can just run in a straight line.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about phasing through things. Superman can vibrate his own molecules to cause a punch that's literally can just decimate.
What did they call it? The Megaton Punch or something like that?
Yeah. Basically, he vibrates all his atoms together and then just...
punch.
Yeah.
Megaton Punch.
No, Megaton Blast Attack.
But, like, he's broken in that respect. Whereas I hate to put it like this...
Flash can do that punch, too. Flash taught that punch to Superman.
But Superman... Because Flash doesn't have that durability behind him.
Alright, the problem with Flash is the second he stops using the Speed Force, he's a dude.
Yeah.
He's just a regular...
Whereas no matter what
CCP.
Superman is...
Superman is always fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Even Superman at his weakest, like when the Death in Return and he came back as Mullet Superman,
Yep.
he was still like he had to use guns and shit, but he could still throw cars because
He could also, like, bullets were like, oh, this is, like, kind of in me.
I love...
They're not, like...
Yeah. It's like they're bouncing off. It's like in the new 52 Aquaman, like he's getting shot in the chest with an AK and he's like, whatever, and then one like grazes his cheek and he was like, ah, damn it. Like,
Yeah. It's not
That
like
hurt.
Superman gets shot in the eye, like that stupid fucking scene from the movie. But
dude,
like, it's
that
close
scene's
enough.
the only good
I like
scene.
I know it is, but it's still stupid to
That's
me.
the only good scene.
Because it's like, yeah, bullets bounce off his eyes. It's cool that you can fucking show
'Cause
that,
if
but
you-
how about you show him literally looking at the bullet, disappearing and showing up behind the asshole and just being like, that's not gonna
yeah,
work.
but the whole point with Superman is he doesn't want to punch you. So when there's a great Superman comic where some dude's mugging a guy in an alleyway, and Superman shows up, and the guy looks at him and goes, "Ah, "Shit, I'm sorry," you know, and he like just puts the
It's
gun
like-
down because it's like it's Superman, you know.
It's like, you're not doing anything.
He's not going to hit you unless he
So who do you
needs to.
think is the most underrated DC characters?
Booster
My
Gold?
opinion's Flash and Green Lantern.
Underrated? No, actually, Flash has got his own TV show. So
Power-wise.
power-wise, underrated.
Green Lantern.
Well, you got to keep in mind, you got Green Lantern. Well, which Green Lantern?
Well, Hal's supposedly the strongest, right?
Supposedly, but then you
But
got
then you say Kyle.
Kyle Rayner.
Isn't he like supposedly the most?
No, Kyle
imagined?
Rayner is
Who's the one?
Jedi
that's-
Outcast.
Kyle Gardner.
No, that's Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
Kyle Rayner is from Jedi Outcast. Did you ever play those games? He was like one of the first Jedis to reject the Order and all that stuff. It's pretty cool games. Jedi Outcast 2 is an amazing PC game. It's probably free or you can pirate
Probably.
it. I would suggest just playing through it because it's fun.
Maybe.
It's what the new Star Wars movie should have been.
Should have been, but
Because
weren't.
it's like after Luke kills Vader and a new Sith shows up and stuff, and Luke's like, "Ah, shit, this guy's stronger than me." And all
It's like,
that.
well, now I'll solve this problem.
Yeah, Desaad, I believe his name is.
I can give you top 3 in my opinion. it would probably have to be... Shit.
Wait. Am I going cosmic here?
I can't even go top 3 at that point.
Like, where are we drawing the line?
Keep, like, the dark entities and all that
So,
stuff.
like, I can't say the Spectre?
No, Spectre's
obviously. The Wrath of God. I would say, in my opinion, or just my personal preference...
Yeah, Kyle Rayner.
That's his name? Dang. So they share a name.
He wasn't the one I was thinking of Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner. No, Guy Gardner is one of the first guys to get a Red Lantern ring and overpower it and become, like, sentient besides Atrocitus. But, I'm a huge DC nerd.
That's fine. I'm Marvel.
What were you saying, though? Didn't you have 3?
I honestly I can't, just due to the fact of, like, they're all superhumans except for Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, I hate Bruce Wayne. The only reason he's good is because of plot armor. If he wasn't a top-selling character, he'd be bullshit. Blue Beetle is... Ted Kord Blue Beetle is almost the exact same character, just wasn't as well selling. And Ted Kord had a sense of humor. So just instantly a better character.
You can only do so much with that.
I love Blue Beetle. You know that. And
don't you have Booster Gold?
I love Booster Gold. Blue and Gold is some of the best comics ever written, dude. Justice League International is like one of the best fucking comics I've ever read. He's a guy from the future.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's so cool. Underwritten Dr. Fate.
Would
no,
he be
because
more the OP?
He's literally like, I show up just to save and fix things.
Yeah, he shows up when shit gets bad, and he fixes it. And then
that's like Zatanna, though.
Zatanna is also over the top. Any magic... Yeah. All right, the great thing about DC is their magic characters are off the wall insane.
That's one of Superman's 3 weaknesses. No sunlight, kryptonite, magic.
Yeah. Well, and you can just beat him to death if you're strong enough. Like, Mongols come close a couple times. Darkseid hasn't done it because he was like, oh...
Darkseid technically succeeded, but they've also both come back from it.
Doomsday did kill Superman.
And he died, but then he also came back.
Well, Doomsday's a primitive Kryptonian, and apparently in Kryptonian DNA, they're like Saiyans. Every single time they die, they come back stronger.
Well, so with Doomsday, he was a Kryptonian, not a primordial Kryptonian.
He was
from like his origin story.
Yeah, he was a primitive.
It was the ancient like DNA.
No, I thought he was just a Kryptonian taken away as a baby, thrown out into like a super harsh environment.
It's like if an alien came and took whatever ancestor us and chimpanzees had in common and just started fucking with it.
What are you doing?
I gotta pee.
We're gonna finish the episode while you're in the bathroom.
No.
Yeah.
No, we should wait.
We're already at an hour.
Yeah, but you can cut this part out.
I'm not cutting anything out.
He's going along. Oh, because he's big. He can't fit past the computer.
I mean, he could if he tried. The Dragon Ball.
I didn't have my glove on.
But no, so like, from the comics I've read, it was just a baby that was taken from Krypton, thrown into a harsh environment. It died. The guy took whatever there was, reformed it, and then threw it back out again.
And just kept doing that over and over
until
and
it became almost impervious.
But then it just, like, there's something about Kryptonian DNA where it's like, they're like Saiyans. Every single time you beat them, they get stronger. So this one, he was just fucking with it, because he wanted, I believe they were like thralls to like an overlord galactic race, and they were trying to build like a weapon to go fight them, and then they were like, oh shit, this thing's too strong, let's bury it in this bullshit molten rock planet called Earth.
Yeah.
You know? And then Earth became Earth, and then Superman was there.
But isn't it also, it's not so much that he gets stronger every time that he dies, but once he's killed a certain way, he can't be killed that way again.
I guess
so. Like, once
that would
his
go
neck
hand in hand with like the getting stronger. Like once his neck gets broken, his neck now like has extra bones around it to keep it from getting broken, or whatever the science would be for that.
So I don't feel like that's him getting stronger. I just feel like
it's adaptation. It's like
it's adaptation.
It's like Darwin.
Yeah.
From Marvel.
But amazing adaptation.
Yeah. Which, by the way, fucking Marvel First Class, Darwin dies. What? He kept Vulcan alive inside a volcano for a couple fucking decades, and then he just Who kills him? Sebastian Shaw kills him with like a fucking neck break or something?
It's something.
And it's like, no, Darwin would be like, oh, my neck's getting broken, I no longer have bones.
It's like, I'm made of jello!
Yeah, exactly, you can't hurt me, I'm Darwin. My ability is adaptation.
Really? Because they killed him off in First Class?
Yeah, they killed him off First Class. Dude, I got really drunk at First Class. I told this story on the podcast, I think. I got drunk at First Class and some dude wanted to fight me. Because I was fucking yelling at the screen, because it's like,
why?
Why are you ruining it?
Dude, I hope the new X-Men's good.
It's not going to be.
It never will be.
Deadpool 3's in development, though. Which I'm excited for.
The second...
The second one was good.
Don't do the same story again.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing with the second one.
It was another origin story.
But it was an origin story for Cable.
Again, but another origin story. You know what I mean?
But if you're trying to, at least in that case, if you're definitely trying to set something up, which is supposed to be standalone, but now that's in the DC universe, you don't have to worry about standalone. You had to do those two origin stories.
Did you read Deadpool and Cable?
Not really. I don't really have the ability to read things as much.
Dude, you gotta get on. You just download CBR Reader and just start pirating comics.
Borrowing comics.
Yeah, borrowing comics.
Or you can do what I do: is get a library card, download Hoopla.
I have a library card.
Um,
Probably still not going to do that 'cause I'm
Deadpool and
lazy.
Cable is like, it's like 600 pages maybe. It's like, I don't know. The one I read was like this big, but it was only like this big, so you know.
Yeah.
And it just do Deadpool and Cable for the third movie. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. It ends with Deadpool and Cable walking down the street to Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Like, come on. Can you get any better than that?
I think they chose the right person to play Cable, though. They definitely did for Ryan Reynolds.
Josh Brolin's great. I would have preferred someone a little taller because in the comics he's like 6'10".
Chemistry-wise, it worked, but I would have,
Great, yeah.
like he's saying, I would have liked the bigger, bulkier.
But then again, you can't
ridiculous.
complain. You can't complain because
Like
nowadays
Wolverine.
you get characters that are like race and gender swapped. So
Yep.
like him being like a little shorter, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But
Like, Wolverine's
Josh
supposed to be
Brolin's awesome.
shorter, but I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman did.
dude, Wolverine is supposed to be shorter than me, and I'm tiny.
But here's the thing.
Wasn't he
Hugh
like
Jackman
5'4"?
did a great job.
5'4", yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman was a great Wolverine, and dude, Old Man Logan, next to Joker, might have been the best superhero movie. And I know you don't like Joker, but I'm telling you, man,
Wolverine was such a good movie.
you gotta the Wolverine.
Logan.
Logan.
Yeah, Old Man Logan, or whatever it's called. I call it Old Man
It's
Logan.
just Logan, but yeah,
Yeah.
Old Man Logan. That was such a good fucking movie.
That movie was so great.
I don't like how they killed him off in the end. I wish they did the whole adamantium pour, but
See,
I never liked the adamantium.
I didn't like the
Pour
adamantium
comics. Then they
Pour
just
either.
released them.
yeah,
well,
Katie Pryde like went up to him and was like, "I'm gonna get you out of here," wasn't it?
or something stupid.
yeah, but
Yeah.
the adamantium is what caused him to die.
But I like the idea of him.
I don't think he was really dead though. I think he was just suffocating in there and just coming back to life.
I think he was completely alive, going, "Well, this fucking sucks."
Well, no, because the adamantium poisoning is what's supposed to have
Right,
stopped his
but-
healing factor.
But that was on the internals.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about like the new comic. Basically,
Yeah, no, I know they
he gets
saved
killed
him.
by like encasing him. In
Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking
Well,
about as
no,
well.
because I would have liked to have seen that, but still incorporate it with that story where it's like I like that him dying, being
Saving
encased.
the kids in the movie is amazing. He
It is.
pumps himself full of drugs. It just
But
runs up.
it's more a matter
knowing
of like
he's gonna die.
I
in the
liked, at least in the comics, I liked that finish off. It's like, yeah, all the adamantium, it's now covering Wolverine, and that's it. There's no melting it because as soon as it's formed, it can't be melted again.
end. Yeah, true. Unless you get
that
like,
was interesting.
Sunspot.
The death thing I didn't mind so much because at the beginning of the movie you could see how he is, and you kind of know he's gonna die at
Did
the
you
end.
read the Old Man Logan comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Really.
like it was Old Man Logan and I was like, this is fucking rad. And then the send off fucking getting put through the tree,
Yeah.
but he still wins. It's like that's how Wolverine should die. Like he shouldn't
I do
he
wish
shouldn't-
it was like a souped up Sabretooth he was fighting instead of like another Wolverine.
like 90s Sabretooth, that's like the sadomasochist that just wants to fucking rip and tear.
Yeah. Like the cool like
Yeah.
fur and all that.
Yeah, 90s.
Like they should have just made it
Dude,
instead of having like another.
I don't know if you
Jackman.
guys know, but 90s Sabretooth was like way too fucking powerful at one point. He was like, he could have fought Thanos and maybe won. Because whoever was writing him just
Do they even
loved
put
him.
Sabretooth in the comics anymore?
That's based on just like writers at that point. And
I
that
know.
sucks.
He showed up for Wolverine's birthday, and Wolverine's just riding on a motorcycle, and then he gets clotheslined by a steel cable, and he's laying on the ground, and Sabretooth walks up and he goes, "Happy birthday," and then jetpacks away. And it was like, yeah, Sabretooth.
That's cool.
That was the last I saw of Sabretooth. I haven't read any of the
They
new
probably
X-Men.
killed him. Killed him and brought him back.
After-
New X-Men I heard it's crazy though.
After AVX, I was like, fuck it.
Because now they have like their own island. Well, they're on like
Genosha.
yeah.
They just
They
brought
have like
back.
their own island.
Hey, guess what? They retconned Genosha. It turns out Genosha's a mutant. It was
Yeah,
just-
it's a giant mutant island.
Yeah, it turns out it was a guy who turned into a giant. Yeah, exactly.
They also brought back like one of the strongest, the Omega level mutant who can literally control reality itself.
Scarlet Witch?
No,
Legion?
I forget his exact.
Xano or whatever his name is.
Hold on.
Zorn?
I'll find it in a second.
What other reality controlling mutants are there? There's so many. The Cuckoo. Margaret. No, not Margaret.
No, she's like he's like the brother of some other mutant. I forget who the fuck it is.
Apocalypse. He's cool. What was I going to say? But yeah, I stopped reading after AVX and they turned Cyclops into a bad guy, and it was like, Cyclops was right.
Yeah, but they made him... They kind of... I heard made him the bad guy in that, then they kind of like...
No, they made him the bad guy, and the audience went...
Who?
They turned Cyclops into the bad guy. They made him kill Charles Xavier and get the Phoenix Force, and they were like, "You're a bad guy," but then it turns out him getting the Phoenix Force is what brought mutants back after the House of M. So he was the good guy. But the writers were like, "No, he's totally a bad guy," and then the fans were like, "But he's doing everything right." The only thing he did wrong is he fused all the plate tectonics on Earth, and I attribute that to the writer not understanding
how plate tectonics work,
how anything works. But yeah, he went around the world and he made everything nice and he brought mutants back, and because Captain America said no, he's a bad guy.
Captain America's a good boy who needs to be put down.
Cyclops is probably the most logical character.
Him and Magneto.
Magneto's one of my favorite villains.
I love just it's pure design. I love Magneto's design.
Yeah,
I like the comic book edition.
I love the helmet and the
even the white costume they gave.
The white costume
cool.
is like I blew my load the first time I saw that. I was so hyped.
It was like, yeah, the blue and white for Wolverine.
I did like the gray and the black.
No, the blue and yellow.
No, I didn't like the blue and yellow. I like the X-Force Wolverine.
That was better.
Yeah.
Dude,
I like the brown and yellow Wolverine.
Brown and yellow is great too, because that's OG, right?
It technically is, but not in the comics.
Yeah. You know, Wolverine originally was supposed to be a Wolverine that mutated into a human, or something similar to that.
That's stupid.
Like when Xavier tries to read his mind, he goes, "It's animalistic, like some kind of Wolverine." And it's just like, okay, 60s, go away.
Just like how Nightcrawler's mom is supposed to be Mystique, and Mystique's also not supposed to be butt fucking naked all the time. She's supposed to wear a white robe and have...
I don't understand why they did that.
Because
they were like, titties will make money.
No, because the chick who played her hated the costume so much she wanted to bear him. Rebecca Romaine Stamos,
yeah,
full body paint, 100% into it. Like they did the titties, obviously for titties. But then when JYA got into it, she was like, "It bothers my skin." So they would just... That's why she was a human the majority of the time, and they would do the body paint as little as fucking possible. And it was just...
It would have been nicer if they stuck to like the actual costume.
It's just like the white with the skull.
I didn't care. No, I'm not talking about the skull.
I'm literally talking about like the skull necklace and all that
stuff. The Smurf skull. Where else are you going to get skulls that big?
You can make them. Fuck it.
She's Miss Smurf or whatever. Smurfette grew up and she murdered all the Smurfs and then put them on her neck and on her forehead.
I don't know. Mystique has one of the cooler costumes, and they just made her...
it's just a dress.
Yeah, but she looks badass.
Because she's blue.
But no, it's simplistic. Like, compared to all the rest of them, especially, like...
Colossus has the coolest fucking costume.
Let's not. You could strip him naked and he's just a giant fucking silver bit.
The black and red and yellow V, and then, like, the steel, like, ribs and, like, just the muscles. It's so cool. I love
I know you don't like Gambit, but Gambit always looked cool.
Gambit's got a great costume. I just hate the character.
I hate Jean Grey's costume when she has the mask.
The Miss Marvel one, yeah. It's when she goes, Phoenix.
She gets the green
When she goes Dark Phoenix and all that stuff, yeah, that's when she starts to look cool.
I mean, she also has both her titties popping out. Right. But
Spider-Man, webbing or no webbing?
Yeah, webbing.
Honestly, like, this is going to be a cop-out for me answering the question. It depends on the art style.
Alex Ross.
Webbing.
I've
seen a lot of Spider-Man where they try to do the web and it looks really
doesn't
stupid.
Look good. Well, remember the original, and again, I was just praising Ditko, but originally when Ditko would draw the webbing, it would just look like he'd draw the web shooting, and it would just look like a bad net coming out. And I'll agree, Stan Lee kind of fixed that by making it look a little... Again, Stan Lee wasn't an artist, but he told someone to draw it better, so... Jack Kirby's the man.
Didn't he make... Wasn't it Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko fixed it?
Steve
Ditko was the artist after Jack Kirby, I believe.
For Spider-Man? No.
Yeah.
Ditko was Spider-Man's original. Jack Kirby
was
left.
Fantastic Four.
Jack Kirby did Fantastic Four. He did Thor. He did anything that has that blocky style.
Mm.
That Hulk, right there on your wall. Yeah. I don't know.
Who was the second artist for Spider-Man?
I'm trying to remember. Is it Lee? Not Lee, but not Stan Lee or
Ang Lee?
Yeah, Ang Lee.
Jim Lee. No, not Jim Lee.
Not Jim Lee. He's recent.
Yeah.
Fuck. I should know this because I had an ex-girlfriend who was like, "Look, I met Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man," and
You're like, no.
I had been drinking a little, so I was like, no, you goddamn dumb. No, it wasn't that extreme, but it was just like, no, Stanley's actually a huge piece of shit.
Alright, you need to find out what it is, because we're going to fucking cut it where it is.
So
I just looked at the time, it's an hour
Coelho.
15. Oh?
Second artist alongside Greg Land. No, why is that even coming
Yeah,
up?
why is Greg Land coming up? Fuck that guy. No, I was thinking of Landis. Max Landis can suck a dick. American Ultra sucked.
Look,
Did it? I didn't see it.
some people love a lot of things. I'm not one of those people, but
Yeah.
some people love a lot of things.
I like Max
John
Landis.
Romano Sr.?
Maybe.
Let's talk about how bad John Romano Jr. is. I fucking hate his art.
What is your name a book?
Kick-ass. And he does a lot of Marvel stuff. He's doing Superman now with Bendis.
I want to forget that Bendis is writing my favorite character.
Superman's your favorite character?
I love him, dude. I like the idea that like here's a guy who can do everything,
And he just has to pretend to be a human.
and he has to pretend to be the hero. He is the human.
Nah.
Yeah, dude.
He has to not crush human beings on a daily basis.
But he didn't. But it's because he is a human. We have the potential to kill anyone at any point in time.
Well,
We do.
regrettably.
We
But
do.
anyway, thanks for watching.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Your Average Podcast.
Oh,
I'm Chad. That's Chris.
It goes
That's
for an extra
other Chris.
5 minutes.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified. I know
Spotify,
Chris loves that.
Anchor, Google Podcast,
Apple Podcast.
Chad fucked it up last
All
week.
right. Check us out on www.ifuckninjaturtles.uk.
That's where it's at.
Bye.
Sucking on Raffy's toes.